Good afternoon, colleagues. In this particular video, I would like to show you a super speedy way to create multiple choice quizzes using Its Learning. So before I show you the super speedy way, let me show you the way that you might otherwise go about it on Its Learning, which is perhaps slightly cumbersome. So I've just loaded my GCSE economics page, the resources page, as you can see. And I'm going to choose the option to add a test. So we scroll down and we find the test. There we go. So we select that and give it a name. So this is a multiple choice quiz. So I'm just going to call it MCQs for speed. You can fill that introduction if you want to. I usually just leave that blank. It's fairly obvious what to do. In the assessment, I usually just go for a straight percentage. Set a deadline if you wish, and once you've done that, select Save. Having selected Save, you are now in a position to create your multiple choice questions. So you go to the questions option and select the drop down, and here's the option for multiple choice. Whenever you select that, you can then go in and add your multiple choice questions and then all of the alternatives. I personally found that way a little bit cumbersome and time consuming. And you can see here there's an option to import. So if you select import and choose file, it says that you're allowed to import questions from a file, and that particular file has to be in a .txt format. And that's what I will show you now, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a much faster way to create your multiple choice quizzes, and then you can upload them all at once. So let me just cancel out of this and let me delete that multiple choice quiz which I have started. So let's delete that. Okay, so as I said, you import files which are saved as text files. So there are a couple of ways you can do this. You can either go into Word and you can go to File, Save As, browse wherever you wish to save it. But you can see there's an option there for plain text. So you'd want to save your file as a plain text file. That'll give you the correct file extension. Or alternatively, you can save it in Notepad. So this, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there are actually no questions here, but this is the template which I use in order to create my multiple choice questions and quizzes. So I just have this saved in my area, and each week or whenever I'm doing my tests, I simply open this up, give it a new file name, maybe the week or whatever it might be, and then I create my questions. So it's really quick and speedy. You can just type your questions in. So what you do is you type them in between the semicolons. So you might say, well, what is the rate of inflation? And then you put a few options in, obviously, by way of multiple choice options. So you can have 0.2, you could have 1.0, 1.4, 2.5. Always putting your answers in between the options. So the question goes in between the semicolons, and your answer also goes in between the semicolons, not between the options, as I said previously. Now the number 1 here, this is really important. So 1 identifies the correct answer, so that whenever you upload it to Its Learning, it will mark the quiz, obviously, and the correct answer will correspond with the question. What I then tend to do, so if I was moving on to the next question, you typed in, so who is the Chancellor? Question mark. So what I would tend to do is I tend to just mix them up. So I'll put that one as a 0 and that one as a 1, and then I would put maybe the various alternatives, but obviously we've got Rishi Sunak, who's the Chancellor, and fill the other options in as you go through. Now there is of course the option on Its Learning that it will randomize the question order and also the answers, but I think it helps keep you right just to change that. So the next one I would obviously move the number 1 to the 3rd option, next one the 4th option, and then so on. So I'll give you a little look at one which I made earlier, ladies and gentlemen. So here's one from the 30th of August, as you can see. So there's my questions. This is the correct answer in the first one, correct answer in the second one, correct answer in the third one, and so on. You get the picture, I'm sure. So the really great thing about this is it's really speedy in terms of typing into either Notepad or into your Word documents, just exactly the same in Word. If you wanted to open this in Word, you would simply open Word and find the particular, so if I open that template, for example, I can find that. So we go down to my multiple choice questions, find the template, there's the 10 question template, open that, and then it'll open here, just a little message about the file format, but you just press OK, and there you have it, and you can do exactly the same in Word. So to upload to your virtual learning environment, Its Learning, exactly the same process. So add a test again, give it another title. So I might be adding the 30th of the 8th 20 multiple choice questions. I want the straight percentage. Save. Then this time I go to questions. This time it's import file, and then I'm going to find my file from my U drive. So there it is, 30th of August 20. Double click, insert, and there we have it. All the questions uploaded and ready for you to assign to your students. Much faster way, ladies and gentlemen, than using the slightly cumbersome Its Learning version. Hope that's of help, and if you'd like me to, I'll try and save the copy of the template somewhere so that you can get access to it.